Hello everybody, welcome back to another Stikbot review. I'm Micah and today we've got some new Stikbot Monsters. This is a really tiny package. It's hard to believe there's 6 Stikbots in here. So yeah, we got this new Stikbot Monsters 6-pack here. Thank you to Stikbot/Zing for sending this early so that I can review it for you guys. Here's a look at the box, all the sides, the back. And yeah, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. Oh wait, it has tape. I need to get scissors. There we go. And here are our new Stikbots. We got another stick dollar here. This one is folded up, unfortunately. Guess that's just because the box is tiny. We've got a little paper here. Look at that later. And there are the new Stikbots. Let's just dump them out. Wow, here they are. So right off the bat, I'm noticing that all of these Stikbots have these new little, I guess, you know how before they used to have some sort of like, I guess I'd call them handcuffs for whenever they're in packaging. Now they just have these little, I guess, white half handcuffs. And these are on all of their suction cups. I guess this is for stability or something so that they don't bend or warp in the box. So let's just go ahead and take all these off of our Stikbots real quick. Alright, so that's all of those removed. Now, let's check out the Stikbots. Alright, let's kick this review off with the Cyborg. As you can see, he's got some unique new molds and pieces, and he's got some detail on his waist, as well as his torso, arms, and of course, the new headpiece. His arms are pretty interesting because they are kind of shaped like arm cannons, so he could fire out of his hands potentially, even though he's got suction cups sticking out of him. Maybe he fires suction cups? Who knows? Something else I really like about the Cyborg's arm cannons is these gaps that are in them. These gaps allow the arms to be able to do this. It's pretty neat that they added those gaps for the Cyborg's arms, because it would be a shame to lose some movement options for its arm. So it's very much appreciated that they added those gaps there. Moving on to the torso, I love how big and bulky it makes the Cyborg appear. And although the torso doesn't actually make him any taller than your average Stikbot, it does make the arms appear a little wider than a normal Stikbot, so that's kind of cool. Although there is one issue with the torso, and it's that it mostly relates to the head. It does struggle to bend sometimes. It bends forward alright, but backwards it constantly likes to jump up. And if you're really careful, you can get it back like that. But it is a little difficult to bend the head back and forth, so that's one problem with this. One more tiny nitpick I have is about the face. The head itself is fine. It's very detailed and very nice. The only problem I have with it is the eye. I think if this is a cyborg, it's supposed to be like a half robot, half Stikbot. And as you can see, his eye, it has the standard monster eye that they use for all the monsters. And I think it would have been a little bit neater if they had used the regular like square Stikbot eye piece on the side instead of the monster eye. I mean, they already have the face of the Stikbot right there, the mouth, not the face, the mouth. The mouth is the same on the Cyborg. They just had to change the eye to make it match more closer to a Stikbot. So that's my only really complaint with the face. Now for the color of this Cyborg, he's definitely more on the like plain sort of metal gray sort of color. He isn't as shiny or like reflective as some previous metal Stikbots. He's more on the like drier sort of metal color like some of these ones right here. But I think he's still like just reflective enough and metal color enough to be considered a metal Stikbot. So that was the Cyborg, a very good figure overall. I think he's going to be very useful for a lot of people for their stop motions. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next monster. Next up, we have the Werewolf. As you can see, he's got some fur on the front of his chest. He's also got these claws, and of course, this unique headpiece right here. His waist is also a little different. It's a little bit more like curved and smoothed out. I'm honestly not sure which way it's supposed to go. You can kind of give him a bigger butt if you choose to. Now let's take a look at the werewolf's head. It's a little smaller than I imagined, but it's still definitely one of the more detailed Stikbot monster heads in general. As you can see in the back, one thing I noticed when I was first using this is, how does the head tilt up and down? And it's got a really cool thing. As you can see on the side, there's this back part here, and you can basically flip his head up just like that, and it looks like he's howling at the moon or something. I don't know what werewolves do. I don't know. It cannot tilt like downwards any further really, so that's kind of a shame. But it can tilt upwards, so that's a neat little function. Another feature you may have noticed is the werewolf's mouth. It can move up and down. You can go right here and move it down. That's as far as it goes. And you can also move it back up. Now, unfortunately, mine doesn't seem to close all the way. I don't know if all werewolves are like this, but cannot get it to stay closed. It's a little loose, so that might be a problem that you'll need some sticky tack or something for. Moving on to the werewolf's claws, he's got some tiny little mole claws. I think they could be a little bit larger. I don't know why his claws are so tiny. They're kind of cute though. I mean, look at these little guys. Again, they're not terrible, but I do think they could have been a little bit larger, just to make it look a little bit more menacing or something like that. So that was the werewolf. Even though he's got tiny claws and a few flaws, I still think he's a really cool Stikbot monster overall. Next, I want to take a look at probably one of the most interesting things in this 6-pack, and that is this Dr. Stikbot. The poster, or not poster, paper says that he is a mad scientist, but because of the character design and the way that this guy's printing looks and everything, he's got some utility. I think this is the next Fred Stikbot, where you can use him any way you want. You can just get creative with him. He could be a doctor or a scientist, good or bad. And I really like that about this design and the printing and all that. And in addition, he's got some blue suction cups. This is new. They've never had a Stikbot with blue suction cups, as far as I know, at least. We've had red, we've had white and black, and I think pink also. But these are blue. It sort of gives him the illusion that he's got like doctor gloves on or something like that. And he's got face printing as well. He's got these glasses, big old glasses, which look really neat. And of course, the little coat slash suit, whatever it is. He's got some pens sticking out of the pocket and a tie. This is definitely a really nice Stikbot, and I love the printing on it. Moving on to yet another printed Stikbot, you get two in this set. We have a sort of battle scar damaged Stikbot here. When Stikbot sent me an image of the new Monster 6-pack, the scars on the Stikbot looked a little black to me. I thought they were going to be black, but no, in real life they are actually red. This is like blood all on this battle damaged Stikbot. This is pretty deep for Stikbot. I don't know. This is confirming they have blood. There's a lot of terrifying implications here, but let's not think too much about them. Let's just check out all the scars on this Stikbot. So it's basically a regular cyan blue Stikbot, and he's got a scar on his eye, some slash marks on his torso. He's got some more on his arm right here. And on the very side of his leg, down there, you can see he's even got some teeth marks on his leg. Now, the werewolf can't actually, I don't think his mouth is built for making that sort of print on this Stikbot, so it could be something else, I don't know. But yeah, this is probably one of the most, violent, brutalist Stikbots ever released, and Zing seems to really be trying to push the boundaries here of how far they can go. I can only hope this is as far as they go, because, oh boy. It literally says prey in the little paper right here. That blue Stikbot is just prey to these monsters. That is terrifying. All right, next up we have Aquafang. This is a color variant of the previous Aquafang, which was blue. This is just a transparent green one version. And it's pretty much the exact same as the Aquafang from before. The only noticeable difference I'd say here is that the printing is really weird on this one. Like the eyes, I don't know, if you compare the two, the previous one and this one. The eyes on this green one seem to be a little closer in together. They look tiny. I don't know. Just something looks off about these eyes. I don't know what it is. But anyways, Aquafang pretty much is the same as before. So these little ear bits, they flap around, and he just moves as much as a regular Stikbot is. So nothing too much to say here on that. Finally, we have one more Stikbot monster in this set. It is also a recolor of a previous one, and it is Insector here, the spider monster. It's pretty much the exact same as the previous one, which was solid red. This one is transparent orange, and it's got its 6 arms / legs that all move around, function the exact same as the previous one. We'll say that transparency on these monsters kind of makes some of their details harder to see. Like, you can barely see his eyes and all the detail on his face when he's transparent versus when he's solid. I don't know, it's just a little thing I noticed. I don't know if these two transparent monster reprints are in other sets. I think they released transparent monsters a while back, I just didn't pick them up. But yeah, I got 2 now. Now, moving on to my final thoughts about this Stikbot Monsters 6-pack. I think this is probably like the most interesting Stikbot product release that we've had in a while. It comes with the Werewolf and Cyborg monsters, which were revealed, I think, around 2 years ago by now. And they're finally out in this 6-pack. And the cherry on top are these printed Stikbots, this Doctor and this sort of battle-damaged Stikbot. And the Doctor alone really adds to the value of this pack. Like, you can do so much with that. I can't wait to get creative with him and figure up all sorts of scenarios and things for him. As for the other 2 monsters that are included, they are exclusive to this set, I found out. And I personally do not care too much about the transparent Aquafang and Insector figures, just because I have them in solid colors, and I think the solid colors generally look better. But hey, it's fine. This product is going to release for, I think, $32.99. That's what Stikbot told me the price was going to be on Amazon and Zing store. So that's about $5.50 per Stikbot character. And yeah, I think it's definitely, because of the printing on the Stikbots, that really adds some value. And of course, you got the monsters included as well. So yeah, I think this is definitely a very valuable set. Definitely worth picking up if you are a fan of Stikbots or monsters, Stikbot monsters. And yeah, as a creator, I cannot wait to use these in some videos. So yeah, this 6-pack gets the KFC seal of approval. So that was the Stikbot Monsters 6-pack review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about these new Stikbots in the comments down below. And remember to leave a like and subscribe for more Stikbot reviews and videos in the future. And if you want to watch another review video, might I suggest the Clickbot Guardian review. That one came out a while back. I worked way too long on that video, and it did not get very many views. So if you'd like to watch it, that would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.